So this is a very simple tip to add a bit of speed to your swing, and this is something that isn't spoken about enough and can be wildly misunderstood. So understanding the best sequence for your golf swing is the way to add speed to it. Now, we're often talk about swing path and club face. They're the two most important aspects of a golf swing that are going to determine the flight of the ball. So we know that we need to get the swing path right, and we know that we need to get the club face relatively square, or if we're going for a draw, slightly closed relative to the path. They're the two optimal ones. So the most common mistake in a golf swing that I'm going to see is an individual standing there, out to in swing path, club face open to the path. The result is that that's going to give a weak ball flight. You're going to start hitting fades, slices, and if you square the club face relative to the path, you're going to hit a pull. They're all the same thing, but they're weak shots. They're just going to result in high level of deflection and weaker ball flights that spin. You're going to lose distance. So then, what we try to do is correct that and get a draw going. So we know that that means to stand there and swing, deliver the club on an inside path, close the club face relative to the path, and then that's going to give you a draw. That being the more desired ball flight. That's going to give you slightly lower spin rates, better launch angles, most importantly, more distance. Okay, so when we're focusing on that, quite often what you're going to see is working on what the right shoulder's doing into impact. So as we swing back, set the club into a good position there, make sure that that right shoulder works down. That's going to get you to the inside and deliver the club that way. But the problem can be that if you focus solely on what the right shoulder is doing, that's going to have a negative impact on the swing. So you could be an individual that stands there, swings, gets trapped on the inside, gets the club behind you there, right shoulder nice and low, get too low and then out there, and then you're going to start getting those flippy hands into impact to try and recover if the path is too far from the inside. So it'll look like this, to stand there, swing, get too far from the inside, there, hit a horrible shot out to the right, or you try to recover that flight, hands flip, you try to square it, and that's what you're going to do. So what I like to get people to do is focus on the other shoulder. So if you focus on your left shoulder, so this is where the speed comes in. So from the top of the backswing, trying to get the feeling that as you come through that the left shoulder is going to rotate fast, get up, left and behind you. So as you come in, if that's the top of your backswing, focus on making sure that that left shoulder snaps back that way. Okay, so working behind you, high and left. Then that will complement what the right shoulder's doing and then add a bit of speed. Then how do we do that, and what is the feel like, or a drill to get you to the point where you can do that? So what I would encourage is this very simple one. So set yourself up, you want to take the club, one hand only, left hand here, so that you take the right shoulder completely out of play because we're just holding the club with the left hand. Then from there, as you swing through, that you're working on getting that left shoulder up, left and behind you. Okay, so take some swings, and you can see there, even though you're working that left shoulder and trying to get the feeling of getting that behind you, actually what that does to the club is, you can see there, it's got to come from the inside, square, in, and then that's the correct swing path. Trying to get this feeling of this left shoulder or left arm staying nice and compact and attached to the left side of your body. So to get here, swing, that's the sort of finish position that you're trying to feel. Just take a few swings, keep working that you're trying to get that club that way. Then put your right hand on it and just try and get the same feeling. So focus on what the left shoulder's doing as opposed to the right shoulder to get that. And then take a few shorter swings. So even if you start from this position and stand there and just make a couple of swings, and just get that feel. Then start lengthening it up, focusing on purely on what the left shoulder's doing. So there, you put some longer swings in it, put a bit more length to the backswing, but try and get that feeling of that arm staying in, that left shoulder getting up and behind you. So it should look something like this. You can see there, working that shoulder doesn't have a problem with the path because the ball's starting out to the right and then shaping back, and a nice bit of draw. And that'll help add a little bit of speed to your swing and still get the desired ball flight that you want. But if you want to work on a eureka move that's going to improve that downswing, make sure that you check out that video.